Hello, good afternoon. This is Diecast Loon. I hope you're all doing well. And today's going to be a bit of a bits and bobs video, really. We've got some new Matchbox to look at. Picked some more basic Matchbox up the other day, so we've got a couple of them to look at in a minute. And then we got a vintage piece that I picked up this morning, and a not so vintage piece that I picked up at the same time. But you'll see what I'm on about in a second. And I've also got a wheel swap that I'm thinking of doing that's been actually on my mind a little bit. So if I decide to do it, I may throw that in at the end of the video too. But I haven't quite decided yet. So like I said, today's video is going to be a bit of a bits of video, really. I haven't made a video for a few days. I've had a bit of a busy week. I've usually uploaded more videos than this by now, but it doesn't matter because that's not what it's about. But anyway, we'll get into it in usual fashion nonetheless. So let's just pan the camera down first of all a little bit. My tripod is a little bit wobbly at the moment, so it's trying to knock it over. And the first one we're going to take a look at is the 1953 Buick Skylark, which is pretty cool. So we'll see if this will open. This looks like a licensed product, which it is. So will this open today without... No. One day I will get into these things straight away, but I've never seen have much luck. Right, and we're nearly in. Oh, there goes the camera again, and again, and again. Really, I've got to sort this tripod out. Let's put you down. 2 seconds. That's it. And there it is. Very, very nice little casting. Very, very cool. The red interior, and you can see it's got what looks like a chrome floor mat. That's just because it's part of the base. But very nice. No rear tampos, but it has got some what looks like. I'm just trying to look. It actually looks like they've painted some details on, which is unusual because they don't look like tampos. But anyway, very, very cool piece. So look, 1958 Buick Skylark, 2020 copyright, so it's a new to this year. So that's the first one anyway. So like I said, I picked that up the other day, and then found this one as well, which I don't know if you can see on camera properly now, but it is the 32 Ford Coupe, which is pretty cool. I'm a big fan of 32 Fords, and especially the old Fords. So let's get into this. And there it is. Very cool looking casting. Done a really good job on this. So we can get a bit closer. So I think it says B&M. I can't quite see that. But it's got some tampos down the side. You've got some flames there. But very cool. Got a dog dish hubcap wheel on the front, and not quite sure what this is supposed to be on the back. And you can see they've got a black painted line following the body line of the car, and they have painted the door handle, which is pretty cool. Nothing on the back, no window, which is unusual, but still pretty cool. And they've painted the grille, and what with the lights being, I presume, interior colour, that doesn't look too bad. At least it's a bit of a break from a bit of a break up, so you can see the lights. But I do like this casting. I must admit, it is nice. Very, very cool. So let's have a look. 1932 Ford Coupe, Model B. I'm just trying to get a bit of reflection going. Yeah, another new one. So 2020 copyright. But again, very cool little casting. Would have looked nice with a little bit of a rake to it, I think. It was sort of sat up a little bit. But anyway, let's put that to the back. And this one, I don't remember seeing. I know there's another green casting, which I think is a Toyota, possibly. I can't remember now, but I don't remember seeing this 2020 Land Rover Defender 90. So when I've seen this, at least I don't remember seeing it. So that's quite cool. So again, we'll try and... No, I can never get into these things in one clean hit. And there it is in this, what possibly could be a, I'm not sure if it's a moss green or a jade green, but pretty cool. I'm just trying to look see if there's any window, if there's any interior in it or not. I can't tell. Let's have a little look. Yeah, I don't think you can see. I think the windows are not see-through at all, but that's not too bad. You've got some mirrors going on, and some what looks like checker plate there on the front. But at least the front's tampoed in, and it says Range Rover, or Land Rover, I can't remember now. But it has got some it's got a little badge there, which is pretty cool. And the back is all tampoed in, and the lights. So that's a pretty cool little piece. That's quite nice. I like the colour. So 2020 Land Rover Defender, and obviously it's a 90. But yeah, so that's a cool little piece. And like I said, that's the first time I've seen that particular casting. So unless I was asleep when I was watching Lamley Group, that I think was showing all the different castings that was coming out. And this is another one I don't remember again. I thought I knew all the new castings that were coming out. So this is the Mazda CX-5. Again, that's a bit better. And this is pretty cool. So it's got the usual 5-spoke type design wheels that Matchbox put on a lot of their cars, which I quite like. These are in like a nice glossy chrome, sort of nice shiny chrome. And this has got an interior, which is pretty cool. And you've got some raised wipers there, which is pretty cool. What we got here, so look. It has actually got Mazda on the plate. So you've got Mazda on the plate. You can see it says CX-5, I believe. You've got the Mazda logo, the lights tampoed in nicely. And again, the front's nice and clear, all tampoed in nicely. And again, you've got that Mazda on the plate, which is a nice little touch. I wish they'd do that on more cars when they do decide to do the tampo details on the back. It is nice when they put the plate detail as well. And there you go. So it just says 16 Mazda CX-5, and that's a 2017 copyright. So that's the new cars that I got a few days ago. And let's take a look at something I picked up this morning. It's quite interesting. So I might have to put my wibbly wobbly camera back up a little bit so we can sort it out a little bit. Let's go. That's a bit better. Right, so the first thing, I'll show the small bit first. This is a place, I'm not going to mention it again, but I'm always going there. Bric-a-brac shop, junk shop, whatever you want to call it. Sells tools and sells castings, all different prices. There's a 50p section, a pound section, and whatnot, and so forth. And so I found this little Matchbox crew cab transporter, and I've got several of these in several colours. I've got a green, I've got a yellow, I've got different sorts. But I thought this one was interesting because not only was it in mint condition, like basically like it just been opened, but it didn't. It was in the 50p section, so I had to have it. It's in mint condition, but it has got nothing in the back, because most of these little transporter crew cabs, they always have like some chains or a spare wheel. I should have bought another example up to show what I mean, but I expect you lot will know exactly what I mean. So I just thought that was quite interesting, that it's an empty back, which I prefer. And this may be a wheel swap. I was going to do a wheel swap on this one today, but I thought I won't just yet, because I'm going to have a think rather than just go straight into it. But anyway, so that was 50p, and like I said, it's mint, so that was a good find, really. Let's just have a little look how old it is. Volkswagen Transporter Crew Cab, 2015 copyright. But like I said, I've got many of these. And then this, for me, is the star of the show. This is awesome. This little DAF or DAF truck. That's why the camera's wigging out a little bit. Maybe if I put the camera down a bit. But I have seen this before. A matey had it up for £20, and I thought of and ah'd over it. And then it's now down to £10, which is a fair amount. But this thing, consider it's made in 1969, is in remarkably good shape. Yes, the tyres are gone on the back, but that's no problem. I can get reproduction tyres. I'm going to get new reproduction tyres all over it, because the front ones aren't great either. But you can just see how clean it is. So it says there, if I can get it out of the reflection, it says Matchbox king size, and then you've got what looks like number K11. A little bit more. DAF car transporter, made in England, 1969, copyright. But it is, again, just as the same sort of details on the back. But I like this, is pretty cool. You've got some suspension there. But it's just in remarkably good condition. Like I said, it wants a good clean. I've done nothing to it, so I will get out the lukewarm soapy water and a little brush, and I will get rid of all this dust and stuff off of it. Cut the price tag off and dry it off thoroughly. I always use a hairdryer to dry them after, so you don't want to make anything that's steel rust on these when you wash them with I don't submerge them, I just gently clean them up. There's a slight crack in the screen, but that's nothing to go mad over, because like I said, this truck, apart from the few tyres and the bit of dust, it's in remarkably good condition. It has its tampo or sticker on the other side, which is nice to see, as you can see. But it is in, I thought, very, very good. And I haven't got many decent car transporters here yet. So anyway, the back, you push that down up a bit and that releases, and it does go down. And if we just bring this camera, no, it's not going to have none of it. Let's bring it out a little bit. And it does go up. And the hydraulic, the little rams are still working, which I thought was cool. So let's put this back in a little bit more again so it doesn't fall over. And if you put a modern Matchbox on it, it fits really well, you know. And you know, it's like I said, I'm really happy with it. So I'll be ordering myself some new tyres today, I expect. And when I get the new tyres come, I will show you it all cleaned up with its new tyres on, and then I'll probably put on some actual cars from this era. I've got some Fords and stuff and some Capris of this actual toy era, so we'll put it with some period correct toy cars once I've cleaned it all up. But I'm not going to today, because like I said, I'm just showing what I thought was a pretty cool find. But anyway, there you go. Look, one of the tyres. The set of tyres, they sort of stretch, and these are the right tyres for it, as far as I'm aware of. But I will be getting some all new ones because they are just terrible. So anyway, so that's what I picked up today. And with that being said, I think I will actually do the wheel swap and just tag it onto the end of the video. So I will grab the car and show you what it is I'm going to do, and then I'll show you after it's finished. So just 2 seconds. And this is the car that I want to do a wheel swap on. The reason I want to do a wheel swap on this car is because basically I've got one set of Real Rider wheels left that I was going to use a while back on a project and then didn't use them. And they only really fit, the type of wheels I've got, the Real Rider wheels, only really fit a couple of castings well. They don't do very well on Matchbox. And I didn't want to put any of my newer wheel swap wheels on this car, because I think with the fact that they've got lettering around the tyre like Michelin and Avon and different sponsors on the tyre, it'll make this car look what it isn't. So, and it was either this car that I thought the wheels that I'm going to put on would suit, or it's my Datsun 510 wagon that I've recently got in, I think, a Hot Wheels 5-pack. But I want to leave that Datsun alone, to be honest, because it's quite an unusual piece. So I think this will be the candidate. I'll show you the wheels I've got in mind for it. These, like I said, I had these wheels. They were used on a previous project, and then I ended up not being happy with the way they look, so I took them back off. But these are the wheels. They're just these weird little 5-spoke. They remind me of the Fuchs wheels, to be honest, that you have on Porsches and Volkswagens. And I have used them on a couple of different projects, not these actual wheels, but I had a couple of 3 sets off of a good friend of mine that does a lot of customizing and stuff like that, and has always got Real Rider wheels kicking around from cars. He took them off to put them onto other cars, which I won't do myself, but like I said, my mate will. So these are the wheels I think will look right on this car. But until I take it to pieces and actually put it on. So anyway, with that being said, without all the going on, I will just get straight into it. So with the magic of camera, I will be back. And there it is, all done. And I think it's a lot better. Like I said, as you can see now with these wheels, and just in my opinion, I think it looks quite nice. You know, it's not. It's still made the car look sort of classy look, but a mean look at the same time. And like I said, there's only really a couple of cars these wheels can go on, these real rider wheels, because sometimes, like I said, on a lot of Matchbox, they look too small. Like I said, it was either this or the 510 wagon, and like I said, I didn't want to muck around with the 510 wagon. I wanted to keep it stock. You know, and I was being lazy. I couldn't be bothered to sort of do some detailing today. It would have mean detailing it up, and because I'm quite fussy, so this I don't have to detail. But I think it's turned out okay. But anyway, so that is the end of the video. So this was just an extra little bit at the end. But anyway, so the video has gone on for long enough now. Please like, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff. And thank you to my new supporters, thank you to my old supporters, and stay tuned because I've got some interesting, very interesting cars coming up over the weekend. I've got a classic Matchbox that I've picked up, which should be interesting to look at. That I'm glad I've got. And I've got an RLC that I've bought as well, which I'm really happy that I bought, and I got it for a really good price. I ain't going to say what RLC it is. You have to stay tuned for that. But anyway, I will see you all very soon.